Guys, welcome back. Brand new edition, Full Time Reds. Thank you for everyone joining me. Thank you for everybody that's supporting. I wasn't really going to do a video today. It is Monday. But as you know, we had news that broke yesterday regarding the Manchester United manager situation, which I'll cover today. I'm going to look at the bid apparently that's gone in for Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay, which I feel is quite insulting. I'll cover a few other things. If you've not subscribed, please do so. Please follow us, like the channel, leave your comments. Just let us know how we can get better. So let's get into this. I am actually really sick of doing these videos, but because it's news and I feel there needs to be a bit of perspective put on to the news, I'm gonna touch on the manager situation, which I've probably covered the most than anyone else. I'm quite passionate about it. I like to give both sides of the story. I've been a supporter of Ten Hag, but I've also highlighted where it went wrong. But I feel it's got to a point now where it's come to a point where I feel he is really getting. You're basically taking the piss out of the guy, basically, in my opinion, because you're out there interviewing people and you're leaving the guy hanging because if you work somewhere and you know they're interviewing people for your job, you know where it's going. I think he's a bit silly, like I said in the last interview and last video, where I felt he should have resigned. And I've done some. Please go check that video out. But I think what. I think this is where Ineos have to be criticised. You know, we've all been on the Ineos are here, we're taking over a new stadium, this, that, the other. But look, they've got this really, really wrong because what I think they're underestimated, and I don't know how you can underestimate this when fucking you employ so many people to look at this and you analyze a club before you buy it, the scale of it, what it's about. You're fans of it, so you should know this. The level of media attention on Manchester United is crazy. The level of journalists that cover it, the level of news that people want regularly is crazy. And when the news broke before the FA Cup that he was going to get sacked, then he won the FA Cup. And then there's been silence. It's nearly we're coming into 3 weeks into it. And the silence is what the killer was because they stopped the leaks. So there's no leaks coming out because they realized, we need to stop these leaks. And from what we heard, and I saw other YouTubers say it, they've been looking for a manager since they've been in, but as soon as the Ineos informed the people at Manchester United that needed to be informed that this is what we're looking to do, leaks started happening. So the leaks happened, then they stopped the leaks. Now, because the leaks have been stopped and a lot of journalists earn money off being Manchester United reporters and there's nothing there to talk about, they're constantly just putting shit out, which they were doing until last night when a lot of the Tier A journalists said they interviewed Tuchel in Monaco on Tuesday, and he presented his ideas on what he would do, and then Romano kind of came out and said he doesn't fancy the job, meaning United weren't too keen on him either. And then there was a strong report from the Times, I think it was, or the Telegraph, that Pochettino might not get the job as well. And you keep getting these stories which are pissing the fans off because there's a lack of clarity and because fans are used to getting information. So I agree with Ineos not giving information out, but they've created this organized chaos, as I call it, by creating this situation. Now, you at some point you're gonna have to back him or give him an next. You can't go into next season with him with a contract where he's got a year left. I think they might have an option on an extended year. I'm not too sure, but let's just call it his contract finishes next summer. Because if he loses a few bad games, they'll be calling for his head. The players will think he's going anyway, and we know what the players are like. And you get to December, you start getting rumors that Ten Hag's talking to Barcelona, whoever. So you don't want to be going into that. It's a 3-year plan. You want to go with a manager that you feel that can get you to a certain level. Ineos have just handled this really badly. Like, it's got to a point where they're gonna have to decide on what direction they want to go in and clarify this. I think Ten Hag has come back to work today, but I think Ineos could have done this a lot better, a lot smoother. This bullshit about them analyzing end of year. They've been doing an end of year report, end of year review since they've been here. So this, I don't buy that they've been doing an end of year review. I think something's gone on somewhere. Um, and I think that we as fans, even though I'm not his biggest fan, as a mark of respect, owe it to Ten Hag, we give him clarity that this is what we're gonna do. You're not the man. Thank you very much. Move on. Um, you can't be doing this at a club like this. Isn't Nice? This isn't Leon. This isn't This is Manchester United. This is the big boys league. You have to act quickly and efficiently. And I think this is a big failure on their behalf. I'm hoping we can get some clarity this week. You don't want to be going into pre-season because all the questions to Ten Hag are gonna be about this and this bullshit about the people are not in the job. Let me tell you something. Dan Ashworth is working on Manchester United. Omar Brada has been working on Manchester United because reports have told he's been emailing, doing all sorts. Wilcox is there. There's no reason why they can't get on a call saying, mate, did you watch the game yesterday? Did you watch the game yesterday? Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I think this. I think this. Dan, we sent you all the games from this season. Have you watched them all? Like, yeah, I've watched them. What do you reckon? It's not fucking hard, is it? You don't all need to be in a room. It's just a fucking conversation that needs to be had with technology. You fucking fly him to Monaco, have a fucking chat. What the fuck should we do? Not, we've got to wait because Dan Ashworth ain't coming in the summer. Fucking Brada's coming in 4 weeks. You're not gonna, and you got to go on pre-season on the 15th. This needs to be resolved this week. And just my last point, because I don't want to do a long one and going over no news and trying to make up stuff. There was a report this morning that I think it was Galatasaray Fenerbahce want Wan Bissaka and Scott McTominay for $25 million. I think it was in dollars or euros. My suggestion is keep the 25 and we'll just drop them off for free if you're taking the piss. Because if we came to you for a player, you would be asking for fucking 60, 70 million. And the second point is Conor Gallagher is being quoted at 50, 60 million. Fucking Scott McTominay is 10x the player Conor Gallagher is. And if he's a 60 million pound player, Conor Gallagher, Scott McTominay's an 80 million pound player. Let me tell you that. Look at Scott McTominay's stats compared to fucking Conor Gallagher. Look at Scott McTominay's performances compared to Conor Gallagher. People need to put some fucking respect on Scott McTominay's name, especially when Conor Gallagher is being fucking shifted for fucking 50, 60 million. And that pisses me off. People just think he's some shit. Look at the guy's numbers as a goal-scoring midfielder. And look at what Conor Gallagher did in the final against Liverpool when he missed fucking sitter after sitter. Scott McTominay scores at least 2 of them 3 chances he fucking missed. So I'm not fucking, don't buy into this bullshit that people make up shit and they want fans to start believing in it. I'm going to start doing some more different types of shows. I'm going to start doing a tactical show, looking for some guests to get onto that. We're going to be coming up with some new kind of collaborations as well with other YouTubers. So keep tuning in. Please subscribe. Please help us grow. Thank you for watching. I'll be